Today we're going to be doing Wits and Wagers. This is a great party game for those that like trivia games or those that like gambling. You don't have to really know a lot about trivia. You just got to be good at taking risks and have fun at doing that. The rules, there's a 3-page, 4-page rule book. It's real simplistic. There isn't much to know. Anyone can play this game. You get the components are you get some regular poker chips of red, and you get some of blue. They're just regular average poker chips. They're not the greatest quality. But you know, for this type of game, it'll be just fine. Okay. And then you get some dry erase markers, dry erase board, tokens in 7 different colors. You get 2 for each player, and you can hold up to 7 players because you have the 7 dry erase boards. But you can play in teams. You can play, you know, groups of however you want, or you know, you have 7 people, and then you can have you diverse 20 people, up to 20 people, I believe. You could probably do more than that if you really wanted to. There's really no limit. You just gotta have teams and decide how you're gonna handle all the situations on that. You get a timer, which is for time to answer and time to bid. And of course the question cards, and last but not least the gaming board, which is a nice felt, I believe, board, and it feels like you're really in the like a gambling, because you got the payouts and it's really nice looking. Feels great. And so beginning of the game, you're going to give each player, in this case we're going to have a 5-player game. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we're going to have orange, purple, red, green, and blue. So each player is going to get their colors, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So now, how do you exactly do the game? This is how we're going to do it. We're going to try to go through a couple rounds just to kind of give you an idea. Alright. At least try 2 anyways. Maybe 1. Because it really doesn't take much. So, that's for the second round. If we get to it. Okay, so on to the question. It says, how many... And the good thing about this game is, even the question reader can still participate, because the answer's on the back and they're not allowed to look. No one's supposed to look at it. So it says, how many pints of ice cream does the average American eat per year? So I just get out my pen and I'd write my guess. I'd say 33. Whether or not I'm right or wrong, I don't know. I'm thinking we eat a lot of ice cream. So then we go back and see what the blue person wrote. John's got 15. We got Shannon with 34.1. Sean with 26. And Mike with 16. So how do we do this? Well, you start with the highest number, which should be 34. And you look for the next highest. Next highest, and the lowest. So starting with the middle. Now if you have an even number of players guesses, let's say if we just had 4 players here, we had mine, hers, Mike, and Ning, you'd have the middle would be left out. If you have an even, or if say Mike and John both had 15, that would go like that, and then you disperse the rest. So you'd say 15 is the lowest, 26. But anyways, we do have 5 players. So 26 is gonna go there. 15, 16, 15, 33, 34. Okay, so everything's been put into motion. Each player is going to do their bidding. orange player will say, we eat a lot of ice cream, so they put it right there on Shannon's. You know, she's like, oh yeah, I know they eat a lot of ice cream, but so she's like, yeah, that'll be pretty good. She'll bid on hers. Red player will be like, I don't think she knows that much about ice cream. Maybe Fred will know a little bit more about ice cream. Looks like he eats a lot of ice cream. Then John will be like, well, I don't want to be too high. Maybe the medium will be safer for me. Fred's like, well, I could be right. And I could also be, she could be right. So he's split this decision. Mike's like, yeah, I think 16 all out, goes on his own answer. So John didn't even feel safe about his own answer. So then we flip the answer over. How many pints? Yeah. 35.32 pints. More than 90% of households regularly purchase ice cream. So we'd be like, okay, did anyone go over? No. So the payout would be 4-1 for each for the orange player. So they'd get 4 times for each one of these tokens, and the green would get 1. He'd get nothing on that one. These guys would get nothing. So the rest would get nothing. They just get their tokens back. So they get their payouts. So that's pretty much what you do. And the thing is, it's really easy. You try, just boom. You can just wipes off really easy. So it's nothing really hard. You can use towels, whatever you want to use, or it's dry erase. So yeah, it's a really fun game because it combines a lot of elements. So yeah, then you can, the next round they could bid their winning chips, but as long as they're gonna bid, they have to have that. If they're gonna use more than just the one token, they have to put their chips underneath this, because otherwise the banker is not gonna know whose things belong to who. So it kind of like gives it its individuality, because otherwise you wouldn't know. So you're always gonna have to. And the game goes for 7 rounds according to the rules, but you can go more than 7. You can go on as long as you want, as long as everyone's having fun. So, or you can make a predetermined, say, oh, we'll play 14 questions and that's it. So the good thing about these cards are the numbers are really hard to get. There's no way you're going to memorize every single card. So you really don't have to pull out 7 individual cards. You could basically do it, or however you want, but there's no way. As long as you can probably get like a little divider or something, so you know that to read the next question. Just that way you can, cause it's kind of like you'll get to the point where you're eventually going to see the same question, but it's hard to memorize them because they're all numbers. They're way out in left field, some of the numbers. So it's a really easy game. Sorry this video took a long time. Didn't plan on it. But I figured I'd let you guys see what this game's all about. So, hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully it's something you might like.